Hello and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I am Dustin. We're going to be looking at the most active stocks on Yahoo Finance today. This is the year of our Lord, May 13th, 2025. Now, if we're looking at the most active stocks, we're going to be looking at five: Nvidia, Palantir, Tesla, Lucid, and Archer and Aviation. Didn't even know that was on there. But what I want to show you, if you're watching my previous videos, I've got a new app for you. It's completely free. All you need to do is have a Google. Go ahead and click sign in. You're going to go ahead and select what your friggin' Gmail is. You're going to be registered, and boom, look at that. Welcome. Now we're in. The thing that's wonderful about this is it's going to be mimicking the stock actual model that I've shown you in previous apps and previous videos. The only difference is that it's going to have what I consider to be the most important pieces. We're going to go ahead and click Nvidia, click fetch stock. You're going to see some pretty sweet little gifts here. Didn't make it, but respect to them. We're going to be looking at Nvidia first. It's going to show you 9 months worth of data. Now, you may be looking at these green bars, maybe looking at these red bars. If you want to see the bullishness, you click this. If you want to see the bearishness, you click this. Now, you can see right now we've got nothing on there, but if you want to see bullishness, boom, there it is. You want to see bearishness, boom, there it is. Now, I want to be focused primarily on the bullishness because of the type of move that we've seen in NVIDIA. We've gone from bullish to very clearly bearish in the middle here for quite a while. This is from the middle of February. We're already in the middle of March, boys and girls, which means that we have had not one, not two, but nearly 3 full months of bearishness inside of NVIDIA. Now, the reason why that's fantastic is because when you start to see an actual phase transition, things will start to tell you in the data. Now, if I start to roll down, this is the data. So if we look, we've got the date, we've got the close, we've got the volume, daily sentiment, date trade range, low range signal, bottom range signal, sell top, high range signal, 1 day, 5 day, 15 day, 1 month, 3 months, 6 month, and 1 year rolling return. If we're thinking about the most important signals to me, I'm looking for a few specific things. Number one, I want to see a 1 month at least rolling return, which is positive. I'd like to see the flip. So in my world, I want to see not just a 1 day, but I want to see a 2 day rolling return that's just confirmed from a flip from negative to positive. So we have that back on May 2nd. Now, the second thing that we've been looking for is if we are bullish. I don't, again, like I said, I don't just want a 1 day, I want a 2 day. So technically, May 9th would have been the day that I would have started buying NVIDIA if I was actually paying attention to it. This is just for illustrative purposes only because we are looking at the most active stocks on Yahoo Finance. Now, the most important thing to me after that is going to be, are we seeing a higher high in the range or not? This is where the range is, the low range signal and the high range signal. In between, you got the buy bottom and the sell top. This is important to me because I believe that the market will tell you when it wants to show you what the future is going to be. If you believe in the Hurst exponent, which if you don't know about it, please go read about it. The Hurst exponent. The Hurst exponent, and let me just show you. The Hurst exponent is something that you can definitely read about here on Wikipedia. It is a specifically proven variable which exists, which shows you the long-term memory in a series of time. You can go ahead and learn about it. It's very important, very valuable, very, very helpful for the British as they built a bridge, or actually not a bridge, they built a dam in the Nile in Egypt. But if we're looking at NVIDIA today, what we can see, boys and girls, is that we are breaking out. We see that we got bullishness returning. We see that we got the price at the top of the range, and we can see that we got higher highs in the range. Now, this may not be necessarily something that you want to pay attention to today in terms of purchasing. The reason why is because if you look, we've got red background with black lettering here. That means that we are 2 standard deviations above our mean. We've got the light red here. That means we're 1 standard deviation above our mean. We've got the green. That means that we are in the standard deviation. Obviously, when we're at the blue, then obviously you don't know what I'm talking about. We've got it 1 standard deviation below, and we've got the dark blue. That means we are 2 standard deviations below. And you can see we've got big, massive breakouts when we are 3 standard deviations above in terms of the volume here. And the same rules apply for the volume as well as the price. Now, this may be something I want to track. The big thing for me is like, I want to follow NVIDIA. What would I do now that I've registered for free on this app? I would go ahead and click that little star. What does that star do, boys and girls? It actually adds it to your portfolio. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. I'm going to see my portfolio. It's going to take me a second, and this is going to be a list that I'm going to start to build in this video. This is going to be the date, close, volume, sentiment, trade level, lower high, buy bottom, sell top, higher high, recent comments. I'm going to work on this because I think I'm going to add an LLM in here to start giving you individual recommendations based off of what kind of data we're seeing starting to spit out. Again, this is free, so it may be a little broken. I'm going to be constantly improving it, but I want you to just know that this is available for you. I'm going to go back to the app, and what I'm going to do is the first thing is I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, what is the next most active stock? Looks like it's Palantir. Now, Palantir is a very interesting stock. The reason why is because this thing has captured the hearts and minds of the people in the U.S. stock market. When we look at it on this 9 month rolling return, you can see why. Over the past 1 year, this thing is up 511%. On the past 6 months, it's up 94%. This will get your heart pumping. From the pops and the drops, doesn't really matter. But if we're going to be honest, we're going to look really close. You can see that we've gone from $80 as our low, relatively, $74 here, all the way back up to where are we today? $128. Now, if we're looking, the thing that I love to see, I've already called this out on Nvidia, it is bullish. We are seeing higher lows, higher highs, and we are in a 1 month and 3 month rolling return, which is positive. This is very, very good. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to buy NVIDIA or a Palantir here. I would have bought it when you had the 1 day rolling return and the negative 5 day rolling return, which were both negative, which means that we were near either our trade level or at least we were in the middle of our range. So that green, that is also an indication. That means that we are in the normal standard deviation range. But if you expect it to be in the normal standard deviation range and now we're bullish and we are breaking out, we've got higher highs and higher lows, that is a signal to buy, at least in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and add it to my portfolio here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to look at what we got. The next one is Tesla. Ooh, Tesla. You have built houses and stolen people's entire mortgages. You have caused marriages and divorces, Tesla. You know why? Because you have the most volatility out of any S&P stock in the entire country. Now, if we look here, the thing that I love about Tesla is the vol. Now, this is what you've seen over the course of an entire 9 months. This is what someone got pregnant here and had a baby here, and what happened to Tesla? Essentially nothing. It was around what, 220 bucks, somewhere around there. Now we're a little over 300. That is a good move, but let's not pretend like this was fun volatility for anyone. We've seen a lot of green, we've seen a lot of red, and fortunately, we're starting to see some green return. Now, what I like about what I'm seeing is that we're getting a higher high on this range. You can see the top of the range is starting to show a higher high and has. Now, if we go back, and as I've said before, I like to see two confirming bullish signals. We got our first higher high on 429 when we were at $292, but we were not with a 3 month rolling return. We were still down 30% at that point. We were on a 1 month rolling return, which was positive, but again, a double confirmation. So I would have taken a small position there, continued to buy and dabble as the bullishness stayed. The 1 month rolling return stayed positive. You didn't see any double confirmation of bearishness. You get a 1 day bearish, you get a single day bearish, but nothing really double confirmed the bearishness. So the bullishness was here to remain. The thing I love about this is when you really look at it, it just makes it so simple. If you're looking for a double confirmation, you believe that you're going to be getting higher highs. You're looking for that 1 month rolling return. It doesn't really matter if you're getting the 3 month rolling return or not. That might be a great indication for you that you want to buy when it's negative on the 3 month and positive on the 1 month, and you're looking for the higher highs and you need to be bullish. That is a great idea, especially if you're looking at it when it's in the middle of the range here, because look at where we are. We went from 275 in the middle of the range here back on the 6th to 335 by the 13th. That is a crazy move, especially considering that most of you are playing options. So I added it to my portfolio. I'm going to go ahead and click my portfolio again. And the reason I want to show you this is because you can see you're going to start being able to build a list of stocks that you're individually tracking. I'm going to add additional like features on here. Again, I'm not a great developer. I'm actually decent enough to build this, but not the best to be able to do everything in like a moment. Like I'm not a genius. I'm just somebody who works pretty hard and is pretty persistent. Now, if we go back to the main app, what is the next stock we want to look at today, boys and girls? Lucid. Ooh, Lucid. Now, Lucid has definitely ruined a few people's lives. This thing has been up, it has been down, it has been all around. Okay, it's like somebody's mama, you know what I mean? But if we're looking at what we're going to see here, this volatility is insane. And I'm going to take it from a 1 year perspective. This thing is essentially, we're talking about it's at $3. It's at $3 back in wherever this is. May of 2024. It is at what? $3. It is at 263 today. You've had some good times, you've had some bad times, but it really hasn't been anything that's been super useful. So if we're looking at this, you're going to go ahead and look at the table. The table is one of the most important parts. Why? Because you can see based on the coloring here, this is 2 standard deviations below. This is in your regular standard deviation range. This is 1 standard deviation above. The volume, though, is ridiculous. You are looking at over 172 million shares traded in 1 day on something that was only at 4.38%. But just like I already pointed out, you want to see double bullishness, you want to see higher highs, and you want to at least see a 1 month rolling return. Today, boys and girls, may be the day if you believe for you to start getting long Lucid. Why would I say that? We've got double confirmation of bullishness. We've got a higher high. We've got double confirmation of a 1 month rolling return. We still are down on a 3 month rolling return, but we are positive on a 6 month. I'm not saying that this is necessarily a good thing to buy. I'm saying that you are starting to see signals of something that may start to show a breakout. And if I'm going to look at this actual range itself, the thing that I like that is not indicated anywhere here, but I pay attention to, you're seeing consolidation in this range. You see how tight that range is relative to the types of moves that you've seen in the past? When you start to see tightness in the range, that is a signal that you might start to see a breakout. But at the same time, if you look in the overall 5 year history of Lucid, you've been up at $50. You saw some tightness and you've seen nothing but going down. There has been nothing positive that you've necessarily seen. I'm going to go ahead and add it to my portfolio because I imagine this is going to be on the same like list tomorrow. Let's go ahead and look at the next one. What is Archer? I don't even know what Archer is. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Never heard of it, never seen it, don't know what it is. Could be a brand new stock, could not be. Did I spell it right? ACHR. Let's see what we get here. Now, if we're looking, Archer is having, what is this? It's not at an all-time high. It's not at a 1 year high. Actually, it's getting up there. I mean, On a 1 day, it's up 22%. Oh, goodness. Do not buy this today. I mean, you could, but don't. It had 90 million shares traded today. That's ridiculous. It was up from $9.08 yesterday up to $11.16. I just want to give the people props who bought this thing back when it was in its regular trade range in these 4 days, where you see those 881, 876, 856, 853. Those were good days. Why? Because you had a double confirmation of bullishness. You had it in the middle of its range. You had higher highs, which were coming here. You had higher lows, and you're on a 1 month positive rolling return, which was double confirmed. This is the type of stuff you want to be paying attention to. I'm not saying that I'm necessarily going to buy Archer, but I mean, damn, this thing is about to be at an all-time high. It's breaking above $10. I kind of like it. I'm not going to buy it because it's too high right now, but I do like what we are seeing here, boys and girls, because I'm a believer in Archer Aviation. Is that what we call it? Archer Aviation. Let's go ahead and just take a quick little gander. What do they have? News? They get bought out? Do they have some sort of like deal? Do they get a government contract? Do they compete with Anduril or SpaceX or what are they doing? Are they the new Boeing? I'm not sure. But this is the way that you can use this app that I built. It is free. You can go ahead and add things to your portfolio. Again, I'm going to continue to add features to it. You can see how we just added 5 individual stocks to our portfolio. Now, if you're going to ask me how would I use my portfolio here, what I would do is first off, none of these are a buy because they are way too high. But what I would do is I'm first going to look at where are we from the trade level, which one is the closest to the trade level. We are at 7.79 right here on Lucid. We are negative. We are above the top. Actually, we're just below the top of the range at 2.95. I mean, to be fair, you're either going to be buying Palantir today because you are 7% down from the top of your range, so you got more upside than you do necessarily anything. And we can look at this here. I mean, yeah. I mean, based on this though, you can see some jump outs. You'd either be buying Palantir, you'd be buying Archer, or maybe you'd be buying Lucid. You would not necessarily be buying Nvidia today. You would not necessarily be buying Tesla, and not because they're not great stocks for the long term, but because you are reading this because you are trading. You are not investing. There's a major difference. The thing that I love about all of these, you can see we got higher highs across the board for all five. We got one higher low here in Palantir. Every single one of them is bullish. You can see that I'm going to add some specific things around an LLM that I think is most likely going to give you recent comments on what we're kind of seeing here. But nothing is outside of one standard deviation above its mean. Not saying that that's bad, just saying that this is not the exact time you want to buy. You wanted to buy, you don't want to buy now. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And before you go to this app. Go to traderangeauthentication.firebaseapp.com. Go sign yourself up. You can go ahead and do what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to log right out. You can see, you can just click sign in with Google. You can go ahead and sign in with Google. Pick whatever your little email is. You can make one up. I really don't care. You're going to come in and boom, you're going to have access to it. The reason why I built this is because I got a lot of questions about the model that I've been showing in my previous videos, and I want to give access to it because I think you and I all need to learn that not only are we self-directed investors, we can build our own stuff. There is no one gatekeeping us from having wonderful tools and building specific tools for the actual way and style in which we trade. This is the way that I trade. If you don't like it, please keep moving on. If you do like it, please sign up, and I look forward to seeing your comments below. Have a great day, and we will talk.